Ever get hit with a question so big it feels like it could rewrite the laws of physics? Well, we just got an email from a listener packed with them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're talking quarks and black holes.
Yeah.
Even a little detour into the Riemann hypothesis.
It's amazing how our listener just connects these totally different ideas. Like they're searching for some kind of hidden code in reality.
Right. They start off with this analogy comparing quarks to like zygotes in a cosmic soup.
Okay.
All swirling around in the Higgs field. And here's where it gets really interesting. They're not just saying the Higgs field gives these particles mass. They're suggesting it might be actively shaping how these fundamental particles interact, like guiding them towards complexity.
It's like they're saying the Higgs field isn't just this like passive background, but an active choreographer setting the stage for bigger structures to emerge. And you actually see this kind of emergence everywhere in nature, right?
Yeah. Right.
Like take an ant colony, for example.
Okay.
Each ant follows super simple rules, but all together they build this complex society.
That's a really good point.
Or even your own consciousness, billions of neurons firing, giving rise to like thoughts and emotions.
Yeah.
The listeners suggesting something similar might be happening on a cosmic scale with the Higgs field acting as that guiding force.
Okay, so we've got quarks doing the cosmic tango guided by the Higgs field.
Right.
But get this, they then make this hard left turn into the world of spectral particles. Now, I'll be honest, this is where things start getting a little fuzzy for me.
Yeah, spectral particles are definitely on the fringes of theoretical physics. What makes the listeners' thinking so interesting, though, is how they tie these spectral particles to the idea of color charge in quarks.
Right, color charge. And just to be clear, we're not talking about quarks actually being red, green, or blue, right?
Exactly. Think of color charge more like a language that quarks use to interact through the strong force.
Okay.
It's like a code that governs how they bind together to form protons and neutrons, the building blocks of atoms.
So if the strong force is like the glue holding the nucleus of an atom together,
Yeah.
then color charge is the language quarks use to tell that glue what to do.
You got it.
Okay.
And our listener is suggesting that there might be a deeper connection between this quark language, this color charge, and the way these spectral particles behave.
Like maybe they're both part of some grand unified code of the cosmos.
Exactly. Our listener is on the hunt for a cosmic Rosetta Stone, something that can translate between the language of the very large and the very small.
And speaking of codes, our listener throws in a real head-scratcher, the Riemann hypothesis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like going from cracking a simple substitution cipher to cracking the Enigma code, right?
It's a big leap for sure. The Riemann hypothesis is one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in mathematics. Like, it deals with the distribution of prime numbers.
Prime numbers, those are always kind of magical to me.
Yeah.
Divisible only by one, and themselves like the lone wolves of the number world.
Yeah, and yet for all their solitary nature, the Riemann hypothesis suggests there's this hidden order to how they're scattered across the number line. It's like trying to find a pattern in the stars, but with numbers.
Okay, so we've got quarks whispering in their secret color charge language, and we've got prime numbers hiding patterns in this like vast expanse of numbers. How on earth does our listener connect these two?
They propose a wild possibility that the solution to the Riemann hypothesis, this super abstract mathematical puzzle, might actually be found in the energy levels of quantum systems.
Whoa.
Imagine that the very way quarks and other subatomic particles behave might hold the key to unlocking a mystery that has baffled mathematicians for over a century.
That's wild. It's like realizing the universe isn't just speaking to us in the language of math, but that it's been whispering the answers to its biggest riddles all along.
It really makes you wonder what other secrets might be hiding in plain sight, just waiting for us to connect the dots.
Right.
And speaking of connecting dots, our listener throws us another curveball this time, bringing us from the impossibly small to the mind-bogglingly large. Black holes.
Black holes, those cosmic vacuum cleaners that gobble up anything that gets too close. What's the listener's take on these enigmatic giants?
They ask us to imagine a black hole, but not in the smooth, continuous fabric of space-time we often picture.
Okay.
Instead, they ask, what if we live in a pixelated universe?
A pixelated universe. So instead of a smooth canvas, space-time is more like a digital image woven together from countless tiny pixels.
Precisely. And if space-time is pixelated, it could dramatically change our understanding of what happens at the heart of a black hole.
Okay, so no more smooth warping of space-time around a singularity. What happens to all the matter and energy that falls in? Does it just hit the pixel barrier and just stop?
That's the million-dollar question. Some physicists believe that if space-time has a minimum pixel size, then the singularity at the center of a black hole, this point of infinite density, might not even be physically possible.
So no singularity. What happens instead? Does everything just get compressed down to the size of a space-time pixel? Does it bounce back? Does it, like, go through a cosmic trapdoor into another dimension?
It's a question that really pushes the boundaries of our current understanding.
It's amazing how one question about pixelated black holes can kind of throw our entire cosmic understanding into a tailspin.
It is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, our listeners started with quarks and somehow led us to question the very nature of black holes. It's like they're on a mission to make us question everything we thought we knew about the universe.
And that's the beauty of their curiosity. By asking these unconventional questions, they're forcing us to confront the limits of our knowledge and to consider entirely new possibilities.
It's crazy how one question about pixelated black holes can totally throw our understanding of the universe into chaos. But, our listener, they always save the most mind-blowing question for last.
That's right.
This time it's about DNA.
Oh, really? What about it?
They're wondering if DNA could be more than just a blueprint for life. What if they ask it's also an antenna?
An antenna. Okay, now you got my attention.
Like picking up signals from beyond our normal senses.
Yeah, exactly. They're suggesting DNA might be able to interact with these subtle energies or even tap into a realm of consciousness we don't even understand yet.
Okay, I'll admit that's definitely getting into the realm of science fiction.
Yeah.
But there's something kind of thrilling about the idea that our DNA could be more than just a passive set of instructions. What if it's an active participant in the universe, constantly receiving and transmitting information?
It's a question that's captivated people for centuries.
I bet.
And while we don't have concrete scientific proof of DNA as an antenna, yet it really makes you think about the nature of consciousness and how we fit into the grand scheme of things.
It's like our listener is pointing to that ultimate mystery, the spark of awareness that makes us who we are.
Right.
And maybe, just maybe, the answers are encoded somewhere within that double helix.
Possibly. What's important is that we keep asking these big, challenging questions.
Yeah.
It's that spirit of inquiry, that willingness to explore the unknown that leads to these groundbreaking discoveries and expands our understanding of the universe and ourselves.
This deep dive has been quite the trip. From the tiniest quarks to the vast expanse of black holes, even a little dip into the world of prime numbers.
It's been a wild ride, for sure.
We've stretched our imaginations, wrestled with these mind-bending ideas, and really confronted the limits of what we know.
And through it all, we've been guided by our amazing listener and their endless curiosity.
Absolutely. Their questions have not only made us rethink what we thought we knew, but they've opened up new avenues for exploration, reminding us that the universe is full of surprises, just waiting to be discovered. So to our listener, thank you. Thank you for pushing us to keep asking those big questions and to never lose our sense of wonder. And to everyone listening, keep searching for those aha moments, because the more we learn about the universe, the more we realize how much more there is to explore.